Here we go. Hey.
Hey.
Hi. This is Justin. All right. So, can you tell us a little bit?
All right, so look, my name is Justin, 33. You know, single. You know, and we're gonna talk about a lot of different topics today. Relationships, your perspective about life in general. And I'm here with Emma.
Hey. So make some, leave a comment, ask questions, and I'll probably go back to the questions after we're finished. But yeah, so I want to start off by he's going to tell us a story about what happened with him and a friend of his, well, ex-girlfriend, right? Was she a girlfriend?
Or just ex-girlfriend.
Was she a girlfriend?
She was my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
At the time.
Okay. So, I want you to walk us through, like, how it started. Like, how long did it take before you made her your girlfriend?
All right, so basically we met at this library. You know, nice library. Nobody actually go to no more libraries. Hashtag library though, because in the library is important. Books is very important. But
you're not even supposed to be talking loud in the library though. So how in the world?
We was in a choir room. We doing sign languages.
Oh.
First love. But no. But yes, we was in the library and we just caught eye to eye. You know, and we started talking from there. Then after that, we started talking outside the library. We exchanged phone numbers, and she was a nice woman to get to know. You know, and we just hit her from there. I took her on our first date to a nice coffee spot. She loved coffee. I don't love coffee. I love tea. But took to this coffee. It was a bougie coffee spot. You know, a little teacup.
Bougie. He said. You know, he's saying bougie.
Yeah, bougie. You know, a little teacup. You know, with a little crimpler on the side. Cost, you know, $90. You know, but it's cool though. You know, she told me she was a lawyer and everything. So I said, okay, cool. I told her I'm a mortician. You know, I'm like, so all is fine and good. You know, that's our first date. First date, y'all. Bougie place. Coffee shop.
Bougie coffee shop for a first date. Okay.
First date. So, and my I already know I'm getting into, you know, but it's cool though. So.
Wait, did she pick the coffee spot?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Okay.
So, she picked it. I paid for it, you know. But it's cool, you know. Second, third date, you know, I was sending her to different spots that she loved, you know. My spot, she basically declined my spots because it was not really a high-end restaurant that she catered to all her life, which I now know because our mom and father, they bougie as well. But the scenario I want to talk about is when she asked me out. Again, she asked me out.
And at what point was this? How many times have y'all been out before she asked you out?
We've been out like 3 or 4 times until she asked me out.
Okay.
Until she asked me out, yeah. So, all our dates, I was just, as a man, you know, I always pay for dates. You know, I didn't mind because I thought that was the man. I know it's a man's role to pay for dates, you know. Women went out, you know, my treat, you know. But this specific time, when she asked me what I'm doing Friday, I told her I have a business meeting, you know, and she asked me, what you doing after the business meeting? I was like, nah, I'm nothing, I'm free. So, okay, look, everything's paid for. I got you. Everything's covered.
She's saying that she's paying for this date, y'all. Yeah. She got it. Because he been treating the last 3 or 4 times.
Right. So, when she texted me and said, hey, don't worry about it. Everything is covered. All you got to do, look good like always, smell like always, and just show up on time, reservations. I said, cool. So, what I did, showed up on time, looked good, smelled good, mandatory like always. But, got to a restaurant. It was a high-end restaurant. No appetizers at all. The first course menu was like $9 and up. So I already knew it was. I said, okay, which is nice. Wear suits and all that. I love dressing up. So when the bill came, they put it on the table, of course, in front of me though. So I picked the bill up, looked at it, and I hand it over to her because she said she was her treat.
It was her treat.
So she looked at me like, yeah, I'm not paying for this. I'm like, if I'm missing something, I was like, you treating. So she was like, no. My treat was, I'm treating you out to a restaurant that you never been to. I was like, I'm going to pause right there because, again, she's a lawyer. So her words, she used different techniques and words trying to basically manipulate my mind, the fact that she think I'm paying for it. So when I told her, I said, no, what the message said, you treating, you, everything's covered. She think, yeah, everything's covered by me making reservations, me making sure you come on time.
Yeah, not me. This is his ex-girlfriend.
No, not her, yeah.
His ex-girlfriend that wanted to treat him after they had been out for 3 or 4 dates. Their first date was a coffee date. She picked a place. She was picking the places because she didn't like the places he was picking. And this is her treating. And the bill comes. And the discrepancy was who was going to cover the bill.
And the bill was like $600. $600. That's the bill. I don't mind paying for it, but if she said her treat and everything's covered, so in my mind, I know everybody else's mind, okay, if she said she treating and she said everything's covered, oh yeah, when the bill came, I thought it up to her and she said she's not paying for it. So in my mind, I said, no, well, okay, look, as a man, I did my own thing. I paid for my meal. And she paid for her meal, and that's why we're not together no more, because she said, I can't afford her. And she was like, I know you can't afford me. And she used all these words to basically degrade me. So I took that in and showed her one of my bank accounts and found out she's like, oh yeah, you can afford me. I'm like, yeah, but the whole situation, that's why we broke up, because through to that date.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. So I like getting people's perspective. So, like, was anybody wrong here? You know, was she wrong for saying that she'd pay and then wanting him to pay? Was he wrong for expecting her to pay because she said she would pay? Was it the right way to handle it, to just split the bill, since she wasn't okay with him not covering for the both of them? Yeah, so those are the questions. But I just wanted to touch base with that and just, so what's your thoughts? Because this, to me, this could be it's happened a couple of different ways, I don't necessarily see anybody as being wrong. I do think that intent is important. And like Justin and I was talking before, and I asked about, do he think that men and women should test each other? So do you think a man should test a woman?
Are they dating or are they in a relationship?
Dating.
Then yes, I believe a man should test that woman and vice versa as well if they dating.
Okay, so you agree that men and women should test each other during their dating phase. So are you saying, like, if they're in a relationship, they shouldn't test each other?
To me, per se, I mean, I wouldn't test my girl if I'm in a relationship with her, because if you test your woman, I see that a lot of time when men have a loyalty test, make sure the woman not cheating and all that, and then found out that she have hidden skeletons in her closet, and that's real relationship. So me per se, I wouldn't test my woman in a relationship. Mm-hmm. If she says she loyal to honest, I'ma trust her word, mm-hmm, versus throwing a test. But dating phase, yeah, I would test. Mm-hmm. So it won't waste my time. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, it's manipulation, right? Either way, it's tactics, and again, no one is wrong unless it's just about the intent behind the reason you're doing it and how you're going about doing it, So if you are if you're outright, being could harm somebody, or purposely trying to hurt somebody. That's not the right way to do it, Yeah, so I have a couple of different things I want to say, but I want to see if I could get some more feedback, because I really do think that there's so many different things that happen here where it could have been a test. Was it a test? It could have been a test. I would love to talk to her.
No, it wasn't a test.
It could have been a test. But I feel like she was already showing you that she, had a certain expectation of what she wanted, and I don't know, I think in general, if y'all together, then yeah, a woman definitely can treat her man, right? But the amount of it, does she really want? Would you, as a woman, maybe she wanted to see if her man was going to cover the bill.
But if her man covering the bill all his other dates, it won't be a problem.
But especially the amount, so the amount of it, because if y'all was doing a coffee date, even though the coffee date was $90, that's still not $600, right?
Right.
So,
but then I would
that's something that the woman can go ahead and cover. But even in general, I think everything is relative. So, depending on, when I say relative, meaning far as income levels, socioeconomic status or whatever. So I like to use 50 Cent because 50 Cent said during an interview before that he was asked who should pay for the date. And he said, whoever I did was, that's who should pay for the date. And my thing is, 50, for real. So if you went out on a date with me, you went out on a date with me, you want me, little old me, to pay for us? No, is that right? That's not right. That wouldn't even make sense. That wouldn't make sense.
I mean,
so, I think in general, but even if the woman is the breadwinner, right? Does that mean that she should be covering most of the dates?
No,
I'm not saying that either. It just depends on a few, traditional roles. So, like I said, everything is relative. So, it just depends on the situation. In this situation,
we was both breadwinners. We both was.
Yeah.
We was both breadwinners, and it's a fact that.
And that's why y'all split that bill, I guess, huh?
That's why we split that bill, and that's why we split each other. So we'll be good.
Right.
And that was a lesson learned.
Because y'all wasn't seeing eye to eye.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Because for one, it sounds like you didn't even agree with going to somewhere that expensive.
No, I did.
No, I'm saying, but would that normally be where you would suggest?
Oh, no, of course not. But I don't mind trying different things, though, different restaurants. And my restaurants that I choose, where we want to go at, it was no rinky-dink restaurants. It was nice, high quality in, but her thing was it got to be expensive. That's how her father raised her. She only child. And her mom, when I sat down to her father and talked to him, about on our first date, because this back, old school days, before you take a woman out, you gotta meet their parents first, And
so you old school.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's an old school ways, A lot of, now these days, hey, what are you doing? Let's go out on our first date and don't meet their parents, because now.
So before y'all coffee date, you met her parents.
I met her parents first. Yeah. And her mother and father said to me personally, treat my daughter like she's a queen. I said, I have no problem with that. But then her father put me on the side, like, look, my daughter don't want for nothing. She's very spoiled. So if you taking my daughter out on these dates, I expect you to be a man and pay for everything because I do it for her mother. I said, okay. I said, I don't mind that, sir. And so that's how I initially knew that. I said, okay, I knew what I signed up for. So I didn't mind spoiling her on these dates, you know? So, but it's that day when she told me everything's covered, you know. But in my mind, I was already going to pay for the bill anyway. But initially, hey.
In your mind, you was going to pay for it.
In my mind, yeah.
But what happened when the bill came? Why you didn't pay for it?
Again, test. I gave her bill because she said she going to pay for it. Now,
So,
initially, if she didn't text me and say everything is covered, I want you to show up. All right, cool. But
so what you needed her to do for you to actually pay the bill?
what you mean?
You said in your mind you was going to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for it. Yeah.
But you didn't because she said she was going to pay for it.
Right. So what she needed to do, she needed to.
So you were saying before she said she would pay for it.
I was gonna pay for it anyway, with the fact that she took me out to a restaurant I never been to. So I said, you know what? Cool.
Then why you didn't pay? Why you made it a big deal and just split it and then cut off all ties with her?
Because she, again, initially texted me and said she gonna pay for it. So I was like, cool.
Okay. All right, well.
That's the big key part.
But this is what I'm saying. So she picked a place that you would not pick.
Right.
You know, that's not a place you would pick. You agree?
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. So she's saying this is what she like, even to the point of, you know, picking a coffee date that ran $90 with an average coffee date is about $30.
Right. Right, yeah. Right.
The average coffee date about $30, $50 at the most, right?
Right.
That's a little sandwich, you know, a little, you know, croissant.
Yeah. A little biscuit on the side.
Coffee. He said $90 for the coffee date, which, you know, to him, he already said that's a lot. So do this seem like, whether you have it or not, it sounds like the way y'all spend money is different.
Right.
Right? It sounds like y'all, something wasn't aligning when it comes to finances. Right. You know, that's like one of the biggest things when it comes to why relationships can end. You know, if you don't agree with the finances, because no matter who's the breadwinner, if you're frugal and the other one splurges, then something ain't gonna work.
That's why
it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So was that really a good fit? So I'm a believer in just being everything within reason, right? And being reasonable and expectations as well. So I think her expectations, even her family's expectations, didn't was exceeding what you normally are willing to do. Right?
Yeah, I disagree with that one. I disagree.
So you were willing to pay $600 for a date?
Again, money is not an issue.
That's it's not an issue, but if it's not something you normally would do, then is this somebody you should keep seeing?
No, it's not normal.
Seriously.
It's the fact that
has she showing you what she like, what she expect, what she want?
Right.
You know, and that's not wrong. You know, and that's I'm just saying you can. I don't think everybody has the right to want what they want.
That's true.
You know.
And I'm not holding you to that. I'm just saying the fact that I knew what I expected to get from her. She high maintenance, which I like that, you know, and nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with that. So I knew when my father said, my father said when my daughter's spoiled, I said, cool. And back in my mind, okay, I can go toe to toe. Like I said, financially wise, I had the money for it. Like, again, money was not an issue in this case. It's the fact that the issue was that text message. That's all. And again, she's a lawyer.
The text was that she was going to pay.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. That's what he kind of got stuck on, was that if she said she would pay, why not just pay?
Why not just pay? Why now when the bill comes, she used words just to twist it and made it feel though that I did something wrong, that I can't afford her, that I'm broke and all. She used all these big words the whole time. When I broke it down to her, I said, you know, I said, all this lawyer talk, it don't really faze me, you know? So, at the end of the day, we split ways. You know, she paid for her half of the bill, I paid my half, and...
So, if you go out with another, you know, high-end woman, what you call it? High-end? Is it high-end? High maintenance, another high maintenance woman. You gonna take her to a restaurant that could run you about $500-$600?
I'm taking to a Waffle House.
Oh my God, but that's what he wants. So you want to take a woman that expects 5-star treatment to the Waffle House.
And a Waffle House is 5-star.
Why even try to date that type of woman then?
A Waffle House is 5-star restaurants too. I mean, for real.
Why even try to date that type of woman though?
So the woman need to know that she can be humble as well to these restaurants. That it's also good food in these high restaurants. You just paying for the name. That's all. And then the food not be good.
No, the food good. It's good.
Some of
it's good. I don't know what you said. It's good. If your taste buds ain't matured, then it may not be good. So maybe you ain't ready for that.
Some of these steakhouses, I'm not gonna say no names, but some of these steakhouses don't be that good. But yeah, you can go to Applebee's or Outback Steakhouse. They got some better steaks.
Applebee's.
You know.
Look, you want to drop the name of that restaurant, that 5-star?
You got some good food though.
Well, what was that 5-star restaurant? so yeah, come on, put the guys on D. Where they need to take the high maintenance woman at?
What kind of restaurants?
Well,
Oh man,
do you remember the name y'all went to?
we went to let me see, what restaurant? No, it was some Italian restaurant we went to. I can't pronounce that name though. But it was a high-end Italian restaurant.
Wait, was y'all in Baltimore?
No, we was at Annapolis.
Okay.
Annapolis, yeah. But,
Okay.
it was good though. Don't get me wrong, the food was good. Nice season, all that. It was just the fact that, again, we was finding good, drinking that wine and all that until.
Would you go there again?
Of course, yeah.
So would you take a woman that you're seeing to a similar restaurant there or to a similar restaurant?
Similar restaurant. Because I like high-end food too as well. Don't get me wrong.
Waffle House. He said the Waffle House at
Yeah,
first.
you got some best waffles though.
All right, so no, so you like a high maintenance woman. So is that what you prefer? Why you prefer a high maintenance woman?
That's when I was preferred at the time when I was young-minded at the time, because the fact that she looked good, she sounded good, she had a good job, good job, and I said, no, I can match that. A lot of the women want a guy who can match them, who can bring stuff to the table. So I said, okay, I can match that. Which I did. Is just the fact that I was young-minded at the time, so I was so eager to have a bad woman. I'm like, yeah, I got a bad woman.
You want a baddie? What a baddie?
The whole time we wasn't aligned because the fact that yes, we went on these dates, but we wasn't talking about relationship goals. We was talking about what type of restaurant we going to next, or what type of restaurant are you going to explore. So we really talk about no like make a baby or get married or none of that. We were just talking about.
So it's just dating. So you saying that you could date that?
Yeah, that's all.
As long as they willing to go to the Waffle House.
As long as Waffle House.
Oh my gosh! So you heard it here. Look,
but be honest with you, I'm not a cheap man. You feel me?
I had this question too about a man that picks a coffee date as the first date. Is that a good thing? Does that mean he has potential? Because
if she said she like coffee, and I don't like coffee, I don't drink coffee.
So wait, do you start out with like cost effective dates, and then do you build up to a restaurant that could be like a 5-star status, or 4-star? What you do?
No, I mean,
or do you ever get to that point where you want to go to a really nice restaurant?
I mean, what I do is initially when I meet a woman, I talk to her first, get her how I did, like what she like, what she don't like, and then when we talk to some more, then I plan a date around what she like. If she like steaks, or she like pig feet.
Pig feet? What?
I'm just saying. So it's like, curry goat. You know,
Where you going at? Is
Well,
anyone? I don't even think a soul food restaurant to sell pig feet.
they do it in the South.
Oh,
In the South, yeah.
I ain't know. Okay.
But yeah, so like,
He said he want to take it to the barbecue at his family house
I ain't saying I'm
and give us some pig feet. He said, please like this damn pig feet. Oh my God.
But nah, initially, like I said, how I base my dates on restaurants or wherever I go at, I base it on what she like, what she don't like. Then I base it on our restaurant we go to at, you know. And I ask her, hey, what about this restaurant? I don't be like, all right, we going to this restaurant and that's how you gonna like it. That's how. No, I don't do that. She have a fair share in the date.
Yeah.
A choice. You know?
Okay. So the way you start, that's pretty much how. That's set the tone of
yeah.
how the relationship gonna go.
Yeah.
So you normally don't start off Waffle House and then go to Tagliata or something like that. You won't do that.
See,
You'll stay Waffle House, Applebee's, Fridays. Is that right?
It all depends on what the woman, how you approach the woman. Because the fact that if the woman already high maintenance, beginning, you feel me? I'm not gonna say, oh, that's what the Waffle House the whole time. It's like beneath her, you know. So it's all depending on what type of woman that you want in life, you know. And I don't believe
I'm talking about what you do.
What I do?
What you would do. So you saying it depends on the woman.
It depends on woman. If I see a woman who drive a
that's what I'm saying. But with this woman, you knew she was successful. She was a baddie.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I
So
wanted her.
you didn't feel like she was worth spending that $600?
She was worth it until she said my treat. Again, the key word, she said she treating. So I'm not going to save my money and let her treat me out.
So since she was picking the places,
right.
You said that it was okay for her to pick that place and you would have treated, she just didn't need to say that was her treat.
Right. If she say, I'm treating to a restaurant that you haven't been to, I say, okay, I'll look the restaurant up, see what's the menu using and all that, see what the food. Then I say, okay, back. Yeah, we can go. But she covered everything and she say, just show up, look good, smell good. Cool. I said it's gonna be a nice, easy night. You know, feeling good.
Yeah. So, you know, should a guy get treated from sometimes? You know,
they should. They should get treated.
Should the guy get treated sometimes?
That's because they put that hard work in that relationship, and they spending time with their woman, and it's nothing wrong with a woman treating a man up. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Not saying every time, but if the woman to choose to spend her money on her guy every single date, I mean, hey, that's he not one less of a man. You know, that's his woman showing her appreciation to her man, and vice versa. So I mean, it's go both ways. A lot of people in relationship, they think it's just one way a guy supposed to pay for everything, and one supposed to be like, oh, okay, thank you, baby. Nah, it's like the woman can contribute to the relationship. That's how it should be.
Okay. All right. So,
what about you?
If it was something, what about me?
Like if a guy take you out, and not saying he paying for it, he said, hey, let's go out, you know, and y'all both, okay, look, I'm free Friday. Okay, we both free Friday, so y'all both say, oh, all right, let's do something Friday. And I say he picked a restaurant, or he picked a arcade. I don't know how you like playing games, but he picked a restaurant. Y'all just only talk what, 2 or 3 days ish, 4 days. I say 4 days, and you just want meet and greet. Just to see how if you really dating. I won't call this a dating wise, but was in your mind you gonna think I'm paying for the bill? You want him to pay for the bill?
Yeah, that's easy.
If y'all just meet and greet, you're not dating though.
Yeah.
And he didn't say my treat, you didn't say your treat, so, and you have a job, he have a job, so
yeah,
why do you think a man should pay for something that he just met you?
No, you know what? I'll say this. I do believe in, like, women not going, like, you should go on a date prepared to cover your expenses if you have to. If you have to, because you never know. You never know if you may get a Justin.
Wow.
You never know unless you are vetting them. And if you are like actually, understanding whether or not if that's the right fit, because if you know that if a man decide that he want to date you, and the expectation is you want him to care for you and show he care for you, especially in every way that you want to, especially if you want like financially for a man to show that he can, afford the bill, no matter what happens once y'all get together. Like if you get together and you're a woman and you that's willing to contribute to the household, none of that matters. To me, during the dating stages, courtship, the man should be paying.
For everything?
The man should be paying. If the man don't want to pay, that's not your man.
Wow.
That's it.
So you want a man pay for every dating, everything. You just sit back and be like, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. And you don't contribute to a relationship by you just saying,
it's getting dark. But go ahead. But so, I'm saying on a dating phase. That's just my opinion.
No, I'm saying on dating phase. You think a man...
Nothing is wrong, like, with a woman covering the bill.
But you just said right now, you just said...
If you want a woman to cover the bill, I said I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. You're not. Why not?
I'm saying that I don't believe in a woman having to cover the bill. But if that's what you expect...
What I said, at all.
At all.
So you want, like, put it, like, tip money up to the side?
No.
Wow.
No. I'm not putting no damn tip.
You're not dating
No.
though, right?
No.
You're not your
No.
boyfriend.
No.
You're not his man. I mean, not his
No.
girl. Wow. Okay. Not his woman,
And that's the thing. And that's okay, because if I go out with somebody, and whatever I decide, and that's what I'm saying. Like, everything is within reason. I said this earlier. If anybody that's watching, everything within reason. Now, I don't agree. Women that go out and be like, shit, I'm about to run this nigga pockets. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that's thinking like that, and that's what they do, I'm not saying go get the lobster, that's market price or whatever, the highest thing on the menu, and then don't be willing to pay for it yourself. I believe that a woman, if you're out with a man, you should be ordering or acting as the same way you would if you was taking yourself out. If that's what you would order, if you would take yourself out, then order that shit. If you can afford that, order that.
Well,
because if that man decide that he like shoot, I got my half, then have your half. But if you don't want to have that half, and this man now ask you, then that's what's gonna happen. The same thing that happened with him and that's right. Y'all gonna have to part ways.
Yep.
You can decide to part ways before you even get to that point, right? Sometimes as women decide we just want to test it out a little bit further. We just gotta see, just gotta be sure.
Come on, right here.
Just gotta be sure. And then what happened? You go out and the man talking about where your half at. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's nothing like a self-independent woman, though. Because a self-independent woman who have their own job, have their own money. And because, again, I'm going to switch subject to the fact that a woman I took out, she's self-independent. You feel me? I told her, I'm treating. A key word, I'm treating. I'm paying for it. When the bill comes, she said, no, I understand you treat me out, but I'm paying for my own meal. I said, cool. I said, there's nothing wrong with that, because the fact that a woman told me, she was like, look, I'm self-independent. I don't need no man to pay for my bill unless he's going to be my man. Even though we dating, I'm still going to pay for my meal. I'm like, cool, I respect that. So nothing wrong with a woman who have potentially in her mind and she's self-independent, then by all means. But if you're a man and you initially told a woman on a date, I'm treating, by all means, treat your future woman out. But if y'all dating, and if the woman, you treating her out, what's fine and good, but a woman should at least make it an effort to at least put the tip up, or at least, initially, like, oh, here go $20, but they do like, nah, you good.
On the first date.
Nah, I'm not talking on the first date. I'm talking about if y'all on like a third and fourth date, but by all means, at least contribute to the dating wise, as in like make sure. I mean, like initiate like conversation as like, her here go $1 put up to the tip, but he gonna like, nah, I got it, babe, which is fine and good, but don't just show up and be like, oh yeah, my man got it, which is fine and good. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, like you have to realize that all depends on who you choose. Your type.
Exactly.
All depends your type.
Choose wisely, because
Choose wisely, yeah.
you see, because if a man that think like that, you're gonna have to figure out if that's how he think.
Don't say a man like this to the fact that no,
Before-
it's all about communication. It's all about no, cause she made me think I'm
Before
a
you
bad
go
guy for
out,
real. Like,
before
she
you
think I'm a
go
bad guy.
out.
Like, I'm
I'm
not
not saying
guy.
there's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with a man that want a woman to contribute, right? It's nothing wrong with it. It just means that you got to make sure you find the right woman. Why even date a woman that you already know? Why even try to take out if you know you want her to contribute to the tip or pay something
how
towards
would
the
you
bill?
know unless y'all have a conversation?
Because guess
though?
what? If a man, like, what is your intent? Why you want her to do that? What's the purpose?
Purpose of what?
Purpose of her contributing to the bill on a date.
I'm not talking about on the first date. I'm talking about when
It
y'all
don't
initially.
matter on any date.
So any date. So
And y'all not together. What's the point?
which I mean, what's the point? The point is the fact that if y'all been on these third and fourth date and you paying for everything, which you don't mind, but if she like on the fifth date, so you know what, you treating me out, I'm gonna slide this $10 tip or $20 tip. You feel me?
But why you want her to do that?
Because the fact that she's showing you the fact that I appreciate you taking me on these dates. That's why.
Okay, so he need to feel appreciated. So.
But in her case, any man one date Emma, oh yeah, you gotta pay for everything. She not contributing nothing, which is nothing wrong with that.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Because the fact that she feel comfortable that she not, that's not independency. It's
what
like
I'm saying
she want everything and pay for everything, but
it goes too far.
How?
I mean, like with the thing, that red pill, blue pill, it goes too far from one end to the other, where you're now like having to decipher if the, I don't know, what are you trying to decipher? Like,
it's no decipher.
You want to know if this woman is financially up to like be with you? What are you trying to decide?
It's not no financial decipher. It's the fact that if you're going on the date, initially, if you're going on the date, you're having fun, y'all enjoy yourself, and you paying for it, which is fine and good.
You want to know if she really like you?
No, it's not really liking me. The fact that if you're going on third and fourth date, she liking you. Off the break. She like you off the break.
You need her to show she like you by contributing to the bill.
Yes.
Okay.
And nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong
It's nothing wrong with that. So why is it?
In her eyes, it's something wrong with that, with the fact that, on her perspective, she think a man who she dating is going to pay for everything, and all she got to do is just show up, look good, don't contribute nothing, and then when that relationship hits around and the relationship down the road, she don't want for nothing, which is fine and good. But to me per se, I like a woman.
That's not true, because I'm saying that's not true. I'm saying a man could pay for everything during the courting phase, but then if y'all get serious, if y'all move together, what's gonna happen? Depending on what this man make, if he not rich, you know what I'm saying?
That's why them dates.
What's gonna happen? That woman gonna be. If I'm just saying, even if I'll use me as an example, if we now get to the point where we living together, what's gonna happen? If I'm like helping towards the household stuff, like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't help towards household if we get to that point. I'm saying that if you're like courting me, if you're trying to show me that you want to be with me, then what's wrong with like paying for the day? Especially if you picking Applebee's, Fridays, Starbucks. What the fuck?
I'm
just saying, if you picking places that's not the 5-star $600 bill, well, what is wrong with covering it? That's nothing. That should be nothing.
Again, nothing wrong. Again, I'm trying to say this again. Nothing wrong with a man courting this shit with a woman. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the fact that if a woman is willing to don't pay for anything, just show up out the blue and be like, okay, babe, you paying for this, you paying for that, down the road, it's a
I
fact.
mean, but 3 or 4 dates, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still, everything is within reason, within context. 3 or 4 dates, that's still not, I'm saying most women that I've come across is willing to, like, treat a guy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually they willing to treat that guy if they really like him.
In her case,
I'm saying
she not paying for nothing.
I'm saying that it doesn't start need to happen in 3 to 4 dates. Because if y'all seeing each other every week, how long is 3 to 4 dates? That's a month. Why is that woman now having to show you within a month that she's willing to, like, take you out, do something nice for you as well? So that don't need to happen within a month. Now,
okay, so
listen, because he wanted to hear me talk so bad.
He
wanted to hear me talk so bad and wanted me to be all on the fact of me saying that I don't necessarily want to pay for a date when I'm just meeting a guy. Like, what? No. I'm saying that maybe within 90 days. Let's be realistic, right? Within 90 days. Maybe by month 3. But can a man even make it that long? Some guys be wanting to have do the business within that 3 to 4 dates. That can happen within a month. So how soon? Let's talk about that. How soon do you think a man and a woman should, like, do? How soon should they be intimate during a dating phase?
I mean, me per se, like, I told women off the break, I'm not having sex. Like, I'm not in it just to have sex with you. I'm in it trying to get into your mind as in the fact that figure out what's your goals in life. So me personally, I told a woman off the break, look, if you want to have sex throughout this relationship, throughout this dating phase, it's not for me, because the fact that I'm willing to wait until we actually be as incompatible. So, me personally, I will wait until not even 90 days, because the fact that 90 days, because now he going to say whatever he want to say within 90 days, and we get some, and then he might change his mind. So if I was you, I'll wait until like a year.
I'm talking about you, though. What you do? When you expecting a woman should be paying for some dates? When do you expect it?
Again.
Because how soon did you make that woman your girlfriend? How long was y'all dating?
How long was dating?
Yeah.
We were dating for like two or 3 months.
Uh-huh.
And then that second month, she started paying for me. And nothing wrong with that. Like, I didn't, my initial talk.
So she paid for you to go out before that $600 bill?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then, like I said, some females can't afford these restaurants, so they got these guys who out here willing to pay for that. And like I said, and like you said, if you can't afford that on your income, or you can't afford it by yourself, then why would you take a man out knowing that I can afford that? You just
but that woman that we was talking about earlier could afford it,
she
picked that restaurant, and he ain't want to pay that damn bill.
Wish I had the money for though.
He ain't want to pay that bill.
I had the money though.
So okay. All right, so we're going in there because, because he feeling...
No, look,
you feeling some kind of way, Justin?
No, I'm good. You feel me? This is a nice conversation, nice, open-minded perspective, comment, please. But like I said, I'm the type of man who respect women, respect everybody the same way. I do believe, and my per se, that when you dating, you should always initially, the fact that you should always come to agreement before y'all go on dates with the fact that, so he won't waste your time or she don't waste your time.
Exactly.
I'm like, so
if you don't want to waste your time.
So if you want to date anybody who high maintenance, go for it. Nobody off limits.
So what is high maintenance?
Nobody is off limits.
What's high maintenance?
High maintenance is a woman who's self-independent, who got her own house, got her own car, got her nice job, and the fact that she don't need no man. So bitch, if she tell you, look, I want this, that, but it's gotta be up to here, and you know your income not really match her income, that's high maintenance. Like, you live beyond your means. And I'm not saying a woman with high maintenance, nothing wrong with her. I respect that, but some guys who don't have that money, who don't have that mentality of upgrading her to, if she driving a Bentley and she got Balenciaga bags every day, and that's and you saw her at the mall, and she like, look, if you can't buy me a Balenciaga bag, something like that, you can't afford me. You know, and but some guys willing to get a credit card and run that bill up and trying to book her the whole time. You be broke at the same time being bad credit.
I want to ask this. So if a woman's saying that she don't want to pay for the bill, like I said,
right,
on the first couple of dates,
and you keep saying that
first few dates, is that high maintenance or bare minimum?
No, it's not. It's not high maintenance or bad minimum, because she think that, like Emma think that I'm used to having female. I spend it. No, I told you, like, I don't mind spending or my treat on the first, second, or third date. I don't mind doing that at all. Like, you got my words messed up, and I think she really did, because she really think.
Like you saying it's relative. I'm saying it's relative. I'm not saying that it like you saying it happens that you do that every single time. I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with one way or the other. You want a woman to pay, and with the woman saying that she don't want to pay, it's nothing wrong either way. It just means that y'all not the right for each other.
How?
That's
though?
it.
I mean, how? If she don't want to pay, right, on that certain day, some look, my finances right now, babe.
No, it don't matter about the finances, because you said your finances was right for that $600,
right,
but you still didn't want to pay it. So it don't matter about the finances. What matter was you did not want to pay it because she said she was going to treat.
That's true.
So you saying that are you saying that if a man or woman go out and then if the man didn't say that he going to treat, that she should automatically assume that she need to pay her half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Like,
it's nothing wrong with that.
If the man don't have, the man don't have.
Like, it's nothing wrong with what I'm saying either. Okay.
No. You saying the fact that you telling me.
Okay, that's it.
What?
We already said we see it two different ways. That's fine. This is just conversation.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm not getting offended. I'm good.
This is just conversation.
I'm good.
What I'm saying is, so is it high maintenance for a woman to expect a man to pay for everything?
It all depends on which situation it is, though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
So, no, it's not high maintenance if a woman wants to pay for everything. It's not.
If a woman want to pay for everything.
If a woman wants to pay for everything.
If a woman wants the man to pay for everything.
No, it's not high maintenance, no.
But you think that a man, so is it high maintenance for a man to want a woman to pay for everything?
No.
I don't know. That's like, I feel like that's something like, that's just as bad as the woman wanting a man to pay for everything when a man is now wanting a feminine to now be the masculine.
I just told you no. I just told you no, though.
You don't want her to be feminine. You want her to be masculine.
I just told you I say no, though.
Because you said you were old school earlier in the conversation.
Old school
went to talk to her parents before you took her out.
I said that's old school ways.
Was that something that she said her parents wanted, or was that something that you suggested?
She wanted to do.
Oh, that's what she wanted to do. So he's not old school.
See?
He's not traditional.
She's using my words, so I'm gonna flip it as like I'm the bad guy in the situation. The whole time I'm not, because the old school ways that normally when you ask a woman out on a date, you're supposed to ask their parents out first.
But you don't believe in doing that.
Well, I do believe in doing that.
So who idea was it to do that?
It was the woman, my ex-girlfriend. Idea was to meet her
but
parents.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't your idea. So that's not something that you normally would do.
Yes, I do. She beat me to the punch first.
Okay, so if you're old school,
right,
do you believe in traditional values?
Right, that a man should pay for everything. Yeah, I think a man should be a provider.
So where did this come from with you saying that the woman should pay?
A woman should pay, at least into the fact that at least she will be appreciated to you. And nothing wrong with a woman paying.
But
if I'm not her man and she's not my woman, then if we just dating wise and we're not dating to be a relationship.
So who idea was it to be dating? If it wasn't, if it ain't her idea, you said that she still should be paying?
If we're not together, Emma, right? Hear me out. If we're not together, if we don't see eye to eye, and we just talking, and we not no relationship talking, we just going out to these high-end restaurants, high-end coffee shops.
You saying it different now. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? I ain't even want to talk. I ain't even going to talk no more. This man switching it all the way up. Now he's saying, if y'all ain't talking for it to go nowhere, if you just friends, you ain't say that, Justin. Because if you just friends.
I'm talking, we friends with benefits, you feel me? We was just talking.
I don't know about you.
I said, look.
No, but
we not talking. We not talking relationship talking. I said we wasn't talking down the road as in we getting married. We just talking about as in okay, what restaurant we going to next, or You feel me? We had small talks here and then about us relationship, but it wasn't really deep conversations. That's all.
Alright, well.
But it was nice conversation though. Like I ain't no hard feelings with nobody, no females, no nothing. I love y'all. I respect y'all. The fact that y'all the strong backbone United States.
Yeah, y'all just got paid. You want to go out with Justin? Just be willing to show him some love, y'all. Show him that you
and vice versa too as well. I mean, a man should pay for a woman's values and her honesty and love, and vice versa. It should be 50-50. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta show that you. I mean, I've heard just one podcast. The guy had mentioned or whatever about. I actually have a clip on YouTube where the same one, he just says that a woman will show you. You'll know if a woman like you because she'll like do stuff for you. So I think is that what you're saying, Justin? That a woman will do stuff for you if she really like you?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so if you really, and I'm not saying that wouldn't happen. I'm saying that, everybody have certain expectations or how things should go, especially like the first few dates, so whatever. It's nothing wrong with the woman treating a man. I don't see anything wrong with that. I do feel like most women do like treat men good when they like you. They will give you gifts. They will do stuff for you. So I'm just saying when exactly. When? That's the discrepancy that I feel like we have. It's about when that should happen.
Right.
You was like the first couple of dates. So how often?
I never said that.
You said y'all only went out 3 or 4 times and he wanted her to drop $600 on this dinner. That's what you said.
I said the bill came to $600.
You said because she said it was her treat. But he said initially he was thinking that he would pay. That it's still, she should have been willing to just drop that. He didn't need to offer anything. He didn't even offer. He said that she's supposed to just pay that. She's supposed to just pay that. What? Right. Pay that,
right.
Girl.
Right.
Go ahead, you got it. Big baller.
She a big time lawyer. She had the money.
All right, so I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna just leave it like that. All right, so yeah, this was a nice little talk. So I hope look, if you want to talk, let's do this, because I want somebody else to like talk with me, because I love hearing different perspectives, and I don't mind sharing a little bit here and there, but everybody had different perspectives, and there's nothing wrong with that, right, Justin?
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it.
Please comment and you want to see
yeah, subscribe to my YouTube, y'all. LoveLife by Emma. Go to the Instagram. Let's talk Love Life. Follow that, because I'm gonna post this. So yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all leave some comments. Have a good night. Lord, I don't even know how.